But before we move, Matt, tell us a little bit about what is the higher rights of audience and what is this exam about?
Yes, so I should first say that I'm a solicitor, and in order for you to become a solicitor advocate, you first need to be a solicitor. So you can't take the exam until you have qualified as a solicitor. So it's important first to be a solicitor. So once I became a solicitor, I was really keen to expand my knowledge and know more about the higher courts for my current employer as well. So I work in London at a law firm whose name is Capsticks. I'm a senior associate there, and they were interested in my expertise in civil litigation. So before applying for that position, I applied for the higher rights of audience, and effectively what it allows me is to practice advocacy in higher courts. So when you are a solicitor, you go to the county court. However, if you want to go to the high court, you have to have a barrister, unless you have higher rights of audience, which I happen to have. That means that if I wanted to go to the high court on my own with my law firm without using counsel, so without using a barrister, I would be able to do that. Similarly, I took the exam to become a solicitor advocate in criminal litigation, which means that not only can I go to the magistrates, I can also go to the Crown Court. So again, advocacy. The exam itself, do you want me to talk about the exam? Olga?
Yeah, slightly for people to understand, but those are two different exams, right? And you can take them separately.
So yeah, civil and criminal. So they are divided in two parts, a writing part. It all takes place online, so that's great because you can actually take the exam regardless of your location. You can take it anywhere. So examination, a writing exam online. So there is a webcam that looks at you and monitors what you do. And quite demanding exam, 5 essay questions, practical questions, but kind of essay where you need to sort of expand and show your knowledge. And writing part and also oral part where you have to do submissions, and it's divided into 3 parts: cross-examination, submissions, and general advocacy. And yeah, so the knowledge that is required is quite extensive. It's the basis is kind of what you get from the SQE, which with SMART provides you a really good sort of basic knowledge, but I think we need to know a bit more, as in more knowledge is required. And Olga, maybe you wanted to say something about that.
Yeah. We decided to introduce a course for the higher rights of audience, and specifically the course will include the key knowledge database. Like, for example, if you persuade criminal higher rights of audience in criminal litigation, then criminal procedure and criminal law. If dispute resolution, then dispute resolution, contract and tort, and additional mock exams. So we're planning to introduce a new course, and Matt will be a part of that, unless you don't mind.
No, yeah, I think if I may say something about that, I think it's really good that we do that, because with the private providers, the course is not sufficient, and you kind of need something more. And I remember struggling when I was doing my revisions, because the sort of like the course for the SQE was not complete enough and the provider was not enough. So I kind of wanted something in between. And I think with what we are offering, we've got the perfect mixture of what is required, which expands on the knowledge that people will have thanks to the SQE.
Great, thank you so much. Just a few clarifying questions. So those are 2 exams. They are set separately, right? And for example, dispute resolution involves also contract and tort, right? Or some other areas of law?
No, contract torts, yeah.
And is it written, oral, or mixed exam? What is the
It's mixed. So one part is a written part, and another part is an oral part.
So what is written? You have your written submissions, right?
So that's actually for the oral part. So
Okay.
for the written part, you have 5 essay questions, which takes place over the course of 3 hours, and then you have to submit the exam. It's all online. And then for the oral part, you are provided the bundle before the exam, so you know what the case is about, and then you have to prepare your submission for one of the components, and for the other 2, you don't know what you are going to be sort of asked about. You'll find out on the day.
And the cross-examination, do they test you in cross-examination too?
They do as well. So cross-examination, both in civil and in criminal, you can be asked to be either the prosecution, or like basically the defendant prosecution. You don't really know who you're going to be. It varies.
Okay.